Mohendrila and I am an expert in full stack. In this video, we are going to see how to create a database using SQL. SQL stands for Structured Query Language and it is used for storing structured data. In one of our previous videos, we have seen the different types of data and the database used to store the data. Here you can see that I have our favorite website open, and first of all, before you start with SQL, you need to install SQL Server first. And after SQL Server, you need a DBMS, which is SQL Server Management Studio, which would allow you to access the database. So this is your website. Here you can download the community server. There's a developer edition and there's an express edition. Go with the express edition. I already have the SQL Server installed and SQL Server Management Studio installed on my system. So let me just get started. So this is how the user interface of SQL Server Management Studio looks like. On the top you can see that this is my server name, which is Express New, and here it says SQL Server 15.0.2000. If you click on databases, you will be able to see the system databases, which is master, model, MS and company. Let us go to databases and create a query. On the top side, here in the menu, you can see that there is a button called as new query. You can click on this, or second option is to go to databases, right click, it says new database, and you can give your database a name. So this is how the user interface for SQL Server Management Studio looks like. On the left hand side, you can see the Object Explorer, and here you can see the name of the server, which is SQL Express _new. And below that you can see databases, security, server objects, replication, polybase management and X event profiler. For now, let us focus on databases. You can go to databases, right click, select new database from the menu and give your database a name. I already have a company database created, so I would create a university database. Owner is default and let us click on OK. So do you see that we have a university database present in the Object Explorer? Now let us click on this, let us expand the options. You can see there are database diagrams, tables, views, external resources, synonyms, programmability, service, broker, storage and security. Let us try to create a table. Usually a university has students and teachers. Let us try to create a student table. Let us go to university, right click, and you can see that there is an option called as new query. Let us click on this. Another way to do this is going to the menu present on the topmost pane of your SQL Server Management Studio, and here you can see new query. When you click on this, you will be able to see a new query editor open in front of you. Let us type an SQL query, create table student. So student is the name of my table, and create table, the part that you see in blue is a part of SQL syntax. Ideally, a student should have his student ID. The data type would be integer, and for beginners, let us make this a primary key. A primary key is a unique identification given to a student, very similar to the Aadhaar card that all of us have. An Aadhaar card also has a unique number which helps to identify every citizen of India. So similarly, a student ID would help you to identify a student in the university. The next field could be student name, and this could be varchar 10. So it could take up to 10 spaces in the memory, and department would again be varchar and 10. So, this is a query for creating a table in SQL and inside university. So, before we create a table, let me go back and first of all type a very important query, use university. When I write this command and I run this, I would be inside the university database, and inside the university database I would create this particular table. Whenever you are trying to run SQL queries line by line, you need to select the query and click on execute. The output window says commands completed successfully. Let us refresh your Object Explorer, click on tables, and you should be able to see dviewer.student. So, we have seen two queries, creating a database, how to use a database, and how do you create a table inside the database. So, that is all for this particular video. We will see some more examples in the upcoming videos. Thank you guys.